Hi, my name is Brad Perot, co-owner of the Ultimate Baseball Academy. My partner Terry Malott and I would like to thank you for participating in the 2012 Fall Baseball. This is our second year of offering different skill divisions for ages 9 through 14. We had great success doing this last year, and we look forward to another good year. This is the first year of us offering the online meeting. We felt that this was a very comfortable way for you to view the meeting without actually physically coming into UBA. You will still receive your gift bag from the Ultimate Baseball Academy for participating in the fall ball. Now, please turn your attention to Josh Perot, the General Manager, who will be handling the meeting. Again, thank you for participating in 2012 UBA Fall Baseball.
Hello and welcome to our 2012 Fall Baseball for the Ultimate Baseball Academy. We appreciate you joining us for our first ever segment of our online parents meeting. First of all, you've probably all noticed that we added an online segment this year for sign-ups. Hopefully it's been fun and easy for you guys to sign up. If you're one of the teams that has signed up online and you have not received an email regarding payment from your coach, please contact your coach or UBA to get that email. If he doesn't send it to you, or if he can't get it to you through email, we would be more than happy to send that to you. We need all payments in by August 20th at the latest. That's Monday, August 20th. We need all payments in and finalized. Let me talk now about how we do fall ball here at UBA. We here at UBA love sportsmanship. This is not a win-at-all-costs league. We're not worried about wins and losses. We're worried about repetitions and the kids having a great time. We require the coaches to rotate kids and limit the number of the pitches throw per inning per game. We ask that all teams bat consecutively, meaning the first batter up in a game is the one on deck from the previous game. No one gets a trophy for winning this league, so sportsmanship, fair play, equal opportunity, and focus on fundamentals and positive reinforcement is important to us. Let us know right away if there are any coaches, players, parents, or umpires that you're having an issue with. Please do not wait till the last minute. Give it at least a 24-hour rule where you're giving it at least a day to calm down, cool off, think about the situation, and then give us a call, explain what's going on, and we'd be more than happy to take care of the situation for you. Next up is rosters. We've made every attempt to fulfill your roster requests as well as coaches, but sometimes that's not always possible, so please let us know if there's an issue. We'd be more than happy to take care of that for you. Contact myself or Larry Vavracek, and it should be a simple click of the button for us. We have and will make every attempt to meet your requests, but keep in mind that we have to keep teams balanced, so please be understanding with us. We can't have an odd number of teams or a huge amount of players on one team, so please be understanding and try and work with us a little bit if the situation arises where we can't fulfill your request. We do have a number of fine coaches and teams, so I'm certain you'll be pleased with whatever team you're on. The final rosters should be ready by August 22nd. Next, we're going to talk about scheduling. First of all, August 25th will be our practice day. That's a Saturday before the games start. All of the schedules, including the practice dates, will be on our website. Coaches will come to get their uniforms, caps, and welcome bags, hand those out at the practice right before the game. In the bags will be gifts from sponsors as well as your UBA membership card. This card is good from September to November this year, 2012. Coaches, please let us know if you will not be using these practice dates, as we will be scheduling all the fields for you. If you're not going to use it, and if you have your own practice field, please let us know as soon as possible. 2 teams will share a field per practice slot. The first 45 minutes, one team will get the infield. The second 45 minutes, the other team will get the infield, and they will just flip-flop for the practice day. Our clinics will be held August 20th through the 23rd at Lamp Park. That's located on 114th and Lamp Street at Suburban's Fields. You will find all the dates for the separate age groups on your parents' handout sheet that are listed on our website. Please see those for details for the times. Our Speed and Agility Camp will be held August 15th and August 17th. Our pitching camp will be August 14th or 16th. And again, please check your parents' handout for the times and days that you are assigned to with the certain age groups. Our weekly hitting workouts with Coach Manganar will be held Mondays and Wednesdays every week for 4 weeks. Age time slots are on the parents' handout and will be posted again on the UBA website. Game schedules as well will be posted on our website. and those schedules will be posted by August 21st. In years past, we've scheduled 2 weeks ahead and then evaluated the teams, taken a look at who's playing who, what the scores are, and then done the last 3 weeks. This year, since we've had divisions, everybody should be the same competition level. We're going to assign all 5 weeks of games to make it easy on everybody so everybody can plan this year. You will also receive game reminders on your email of these games, the times, who you're going to be playing, where you're going to be playing. So if you do not, or if you think you do not have the correct email in our system, please contact us so we can get that taken care of as soon as possible. We want you to be able to get those game times, game reminders on your email, so you have something to go back and cross-check with. If you do have any questions on the schedule, please check the website. The website will change frequently, so if there are any questions about games, rainouts, check the website. Also, we do have a rainout hotline number. That number is 402-978-3346. So please either go to the website first, call the hotline first before calling us up here at UBA, because we're probably going to direct you to either one or the other, the phone or the website. Again, I mentioned divisions. We split it up this year one more time, as we did last year, into in-house, select, and premier divisions. It worked really, really well last year. We kept the games very competitive, so we hope that all of you enjoy it again this year. So wherever you signed up this year, you're going to be playing teams that are similar level to you. That's our effort to ensure that you get the most competitive games possible. Okay, so nobody likes beating a team 20-0. Nobody likes getting beat 20-0. Again, it's our effort to ensure that everybody is getting the most competitive game possible and that the kids are having fun with the fall ball. I did mention the uniforms once. I'll go back to it. The coaches should pick up the uniforms before the first practice day. Okay, so they'll come pick up the uniforms at first practice day. They'll hand out the uniforms, the caps. Other than that, you're required to get your belt, your socks, your pants. We don't provide any of that. The only thing we provide is the hat and the jersey, okay? Next is our expectation of the coaches. We have very high expectations of our coaching staff. We try and talk to everybody before we allow them to coach. I think you'll be very happy with who your coaches are for your team. We like them to communicate with the team regularly. That means games, practices, clinics, camps, etc. If you're not experiencing this with your coach, please let us know as soon as possible. We can contact them, make sure they're getting in contact with you. We make sure all of our coaches in our league give the players a fair shake, okay? That means that they're going to let them play the positions that they want to play to a certain extent, okay? If everybody wants to pitch, they'll give them a chance to pitch. We're going to rotate the kids among their desired positions. If somebody wants to play infield, they're going to play infield. If they want to play outfield, they're going to play outfield. They should be playing in the positions that they want to play this year to a certain extent, okay? Please, again, let us know if there are any problems with the coaches, the uniforms, the hats, as soon as possible. We don't want to get down the road 3-4 weeks into the season and then find out that there are issues with some coaches, players, parents, or uniforms. Let us know as soon as possible so we can get that taken care of. We do have what we call the 3-strike rule here with our fall ball. The 3-strike rule for whether it's a player, a parent, a coach is the first strike. We're going to warn the coach, the player, the parent. We're going to sit them down, talk to them, tell them what they need to do to adjust. Same with the players or the umpires or the parents. Once you get to the 3rd strike, we're just going to ask you to leave fall ball. We haven't had that happen yet. Let's knock on wood, but please make sure that everyone's being respectful, whether you're a player, a coach, or a parent, so we don't have any of these issues arise. Coaches, please call in your scores Monday morning by 9 a.m. This is how we're going to ensure that the games are the most competitive they can be. That's how we've done it in years past. It's worked out really well. If there is an issue, you can let us know at that time as well, but please call in all your scores at 9 a.m. Monday morning after your games on Sunday. The number to call is 402-935-1822. If we don't answer for some reason, we're not here, please leave a message. We will get it. Normally at this point in our parents meeting, we ask for questions, but obviously we've done things a little different this year, so hopefully you enjoyed it. We are going to set up a blog online for any of you that have questions. You can post questions on there. Please, before you do that, make sure you read the other questions that people have asked, so we're not doubling up on questions. So read everything first, make sure your question hasn't already been answered, and if it hasn't, post on there. We'll get right back to you. If it has, hopefully, someone else had the same question and we answered it for you. So again, we appreciate you joining us online here for our first ever online parents meeting segment for fall ball, and we'll see you soon.
Hi, I'm Jeff Zimmerman with Specialized Physical Therapy, and I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about injury prevention and our role at UBA. First and foremost, let you know a little bit about myself and our company and how we help out at UBA. Again, my name is Jeff Zimmerman. I'm a physical therapist and I specialize in the treatment of baseball injuries, prevention and rehabilitation. And we've teamed together with UBA to really try and, one, improve your experience as a baseball player, and two, prevent the chance of injuries, and three, if there is an injury, really try and do our best to keep it to a minimum and get your kids back onto the playing field as quickly as possible. Okay. How we do help with injury prevention at UBA is our primary role is free injury screens. If your child has an injury or you're not sure if it's an injury or whether they should be playing or not, you can stop by UBA. Right now we're out there Thursdays from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. However, those hours do change sometimes as the season change, and please check with the UBA website for our most current hours. When we're at UBA, what we try to do with your son or daughter is determine what kind of injury they have, if it's something that needs to be seen by a physician, or if it's something that just may need to rest for a few days and need a little bit of ice. After our short, brief evaluation, we'll make some recommendations, primarily to your pediatrician if that's appropriate, or if they need to see a specialist. We have a small group of specialists that treat baseball injuries that we work with, and we'll refer you to one of those if necessary, and follow up with that with PT if it's indicated. If the time for our free screen at UBA doesn't work for your schedule, you can also contact our office at 402-939-7939, and you can schedule that free screen at any time at our clinic. And we're open from 7 to 7 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday from about 8 to 5. Hopefully one of those times will work well for your schedule as well. And we're located at 101st and Maple, right by Valentino's, and it's about 7 minutes from UBA to our front door. For further information on our screens or some of the other baseball prevention injury information we have, you can also go to our website at ptomaha.com. There you'll find our pitch count recommendations, articles on baseball injuries, and other general information regarding physical therapy and treatment. One of the most popular questions that we get from parents of baseball players is, how do I know if my son has an injury, or is it just something sore that they should play through? Which is a great question. And really, there's a couple easy ways to really try and determine which way you should go with this. If it's sore, generally when we have just post-exercise soreness, we get soreness around the muscles. So in the biceps, in the triceps, in the back of the shoulders, maybe even just generally back or hip areas. When it's an injury, we tend to see the pain that's located closer to the joint. So in or near the elbow joint, on the shoulder, in the front of the shoulder, things like that. Generally, if it's post-exercise muscle soreness, it's going to last about 2 to 3 days, and then it's going to start to get significantly better. And within a week, it should be gone. With an injury, what we tend to see is not only do we get an acute onset, which means you might have one throw and get a pop or a snap, or it's something that's chronic and it continues to get worse throughout the season. Generally, it doesn't get better within a week, and it may get a little better, but then it keeps happening throughout the season. Another way to determine injury versus soreness is generally with soreness, it hurts first when you start the activity. So as you warm up, it's a little sore, a little achy, and as you continue to play, the pain generally gets better. With an injury, it's the opposite. Usually, it's a little sore at first, but as the intensity picks up, so as you throw harder, it gets more sore, or as the game goes on, you start to notice it. Those are another key indication that you probably need to look at this as an injury and see someone for follow-up. Okay. If you do have an injury, what should you do? Generally, the first 48 to 72 hours, we recommend putting ice on it. So an ice pack with a small pillowcase around the ice so it's not too cold, and leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes. And you can do that 2 to 3 times a day. Generally, we recommend avoiding heat for at least the first 3 days. Heat early on sometimes feels good, but it can increase inflammation in the injury. So generally, if you're not sure, err on the side of ice. And then again, with those other recommendations, if it doesn't get better, contact your physician or contact us at UBA or out at our clinic. A perfect example of why you want to get some medical attention is we had a perfect example of this last spring. We had a 12-year-old child, played baseball through the spring, started to get a little bit of a sore elbow, came to us about beginning in July. We went through some treatment over a couple weeks. Symptoms went away, the player got better, resumed playing. Everything was fine, but that fall they were playing fall ball, and about mid-season the symptoms started to come back. So instead of kind of taking care of it, they shut it down, finished off the fall season, and thought everything was better. In the spring, started playing again, and the symptoms returned. They just thought they would play through it. Well, the symptoms continued to get worse and worse, and about June, they went back to the doctor again, and they have a growth plate injury, and they missed the rest of that spring season. So again, this is the type of injury that can be avoided if you kind of pay attention to that soreness versus injury. The bottom line is if you're not sure and your child continues to come to you and say, hey, my elbow's sore after I throw, that's something that they shouldn't play through. At some point you need to stop. If you're not sure what to do, contact us or contact your physician. Other questions we get are what can we do to help prevent injury? And there's a lot of different things you can do, and one is get good instruction at UBA, see their coaches, learn how to throw the ball well, learn how to pitch well, learn what good mechanics are. Two is warming up, and generally it's just a common sense thing. What we recommend for warm-ups is before you touch a baseball, I really like to see the kids just run a lap or two around the baseball diamond and get loose. Some basic stretches for the shoulders, hamstrings, quadriceps are all good, and then generally get into your catching, into playing catch and warming up. The key with that is it's a gradual progression. You don't start out at 60 feet and start hammering away. Start out at 15 feet, do some mechanics work, and gradually spread that out. The other thing that we like to see kids do is play a lot of catch. That doesn't mean a lot of pitching, it means playing catch and long toss, not only during the season, but especially before the season and in the off season. Another item you can do to help minimize risk of injury, especially for pitchers, is to follow the pitch count recommendations. We usually have those on the shelf at UBA near the front entrance. You can always ask their staff for a copy of it. Or two, you can go to our website at ptomaha.com, and on the front page there's a link that'll let you download a PDF form of pitch count recommendations. And those are by age. It tells you how many pitches in general you should be throwing and how many days you need for rest and recovery before you should throw again. Those are not my guidelines, those are guidelines of USA Baseball and the American Sports Medicine Institute, and they got together to kind of come up with some general numbers to let you know as parents and coaches generally the number of pitches that are safe for kids to throw. Those aren't absolute numbers, but generally we'd like to see kids stay near those numbers and not go beyond those routinely. The more you throw beyond those numbers, the greater the risk of injury. Another way to prevent injury is not to do the pitcher-catcher combination. When we see that combination, the risk of injury goes up about 3 times over normal. So if you do pitch or you do catch, try not to do those in the same game. So if you pitch, we don't want to see you catching later in the game. And try not to have multiple days in a row where we're doing the pitcher-catcher combination. That just helps increase risk of injury, and it's just something easy to avoid. One great way to help minimize risk of injury, especially in the fall, is if you're a pitcher or catcher through the spring and summer. Fall is a great time to work on another position. Spend a little more time in the infield, work a little more in playing outfield, focus a little more on your batting, and decrease the number of pitching events. If you're a routine pitcher through that spring or summer season, would like to see you pitch very little in the fall, maybe only come in as a reliever role. Just give that arm a chance to rest through the fall season and focus on some of the other aspects of baseball that are going to continue to make you a complete baseball player. At the end of the season, the last thing you can do to really help minimize injury is to take some time off. After fall ball's done, it's a great time to just set the baseball down, cross chain, play some basketball, do some weightlifting, do some other activities, and give that arm a chance to rest. Once we get a little bit later into the fall or the winter, that's a great time to get back in touch with the coaches at UBA, work on some pitching mechanics. It's a great time, as soon as the season's over, also to work on batting. That's not going to be a problem for the arm. And just generally be a well-rounded athlete. Those are things that just help you in general as a baseball player and are going to help reduce your risk of injuries. If you have any other questions about baseball injuries, performance, or any other type of activity with sports, feel free to contact us. You can get us at our phone number, 402-939-7939. You can reach us via our website at ptomaha.com, or you can reach me via email at specializedpt@cox.net. Otherwise, thanks for your time and have a great fall season.